are this whole group who in this camp. Okay, we came by ship to Journeyman Island here, Greece Island here. Our ship is sinking near Greece Island here. We are survived by the coast guard here.
Greek coast guards are busy. Over the past 5 years, over 25,000 illegal immigrants and 600 people smugglers have been arrested in Greek waters. In Mytilene's bustling harbour, patrol ship 147 prepares for a long night.
This area, forward we have the Greek coast and afterward we have the Turkish coast, and we are about, as you see, at the center of our monitor of the radar, and we are close to the limit line between the Greek and Turkish borders.
4 turbine engines provide the patrol boat with enough power to reach a speed of 85 kilometers an hour, enough to keep up with the traffickers. I chose this job because it means I'm at sea a lot and I just love the sea. And also because of the equipment. I'm an engineer, so I enjoy working with it. I find it a very enjoyable job.
Τις οποίες αυτές τις αγαπάω πάρα πολύ και στα οποία είμαι πολύ καλός και γενικά είναι η δουλειά η οποία μου αρέσει.
For me and for the crew, doing the same thing all the night is it's difficult. I don't want to say that it's very easy, but χθες το βράδυ πάλι κατά τη διάρκεια της περιπολίας και περίπου στις 3:30 με 4 η ώρα τα ξημερώματα εντοπίστηκαν...
During last night's patrol at about 4 a.m, 2 inflatable boats were spotted. There were 4 people in one boat and 5 in the other, with oars. They were stopped and told to turn back. Will they try again tonight? I don't know. In my experience, they never stop at just one attempt. They keep trying. So today, they'll probably try again. But we'll spot them again during our patrol. We'll track them down and stop them again. While tourists enjoy themselves in Mytilene's pavement cafes, a few kilometres away, a group of illegal immigrants struggle on, drawn by the lights of Lesbos. They prepared to row 14 hours to get there, but in just a few minutes they saw their dream of reaching Fort Europe shattered.
We just look for better life, better position for us here. That's the reason we get out from country. Most of us are from Somalia and Sudanese, okay? All of this group from the world country, we feed the clashes, fighting, everything.
A deflated boat has washed ashore. Is this the silent witness to the illegal crossing? Along the quay, the Coast Guards have their own collection of confiscated Turkish boats.
Αυτό εδώ είναι το σκάφος το οποίο στα ξημερώματα της 14ης Αυγούστου.
On 14th of August at 3 a.m, 37 Turks tried to reach the Greek coast on this boat. Something went wrong, and the incident room contacted us to say that a boat had been shipwrecked and that people were in the water. A call was made to the Harbour Services incident room. Hotel guests heard voices out at sea. A patrol boat is dispatched immediately, but no SOS message was received, and so the boat had to keep searching in the dark.
διακινητές των λαθρομεταναστών από ό,τι έχουμε παρατηρήσει.
These smugglers are ruthless types. who do not hesitate to put lives at risk. The lives of the illegal immigrants. They just abandon them, no matter what the weather, to avoid being arrested. The only thing they're interested in is their profits from smuggling.
Προκειμένου να αποφύγουν τη σύλληψη και το μόνο που τους ενδιαφέρει είναι το κέρδος, το τι θα κερδίσουν από την όλη η διακίνηση.
Μέσα στη θάλασσα ήταν γεμάτο ανθρώπους.
The sea was teeming with people. We could still see the bow, so we knew where to look. We don't know how long they had been in the water. We wondered if there were any survivors, and how many were already at the bottom of the sea. Together with the fishing boats that were there quickly, we managed to rescue 32 people who were deeply traumatised, especially the woman who lost 3 of her 5 children. After we picked up 29 survivors and a number of dead, we put them in a fishing boat. They were taken to the harbour so they could be transported to hospital as fast as possible by ambulance and by bus. They were taken to hospital quickly, especially the children. After we picked up 29 survivors and a number of dead, we put them in a fishing boat. They were taken to the harbour so they could be transported to hospital as fast as possible by ambulance and by bus. They were taken to hospital quickly, especially the children. My God, what is to become of me?
Ne başardı? Adam beneda.
Apparently there was a huge hole in the boat's hull. That's how water first came in. And because the boat was so heavily laden, it all happened very quickly. When they saw the smugglers abandoning the ship, panic broke out, and they jumped overboard too. Then the boat sank. Human smugglers hacked a hole in the boat and left double quick in an escort craft. They have 8 deaths on their conscience. These people are the latest on an endless list of immigrants who illegally try to reach the coasts of Europe, but end up paying with their lives. United, the human rights organisation, says the devastating reality of Fortress Europe is that it has cost the lives of at least 3,750 people this past decade.
What is Europe, yani? Not Europe. We are suffering. We come from far distance.
The patrol boat is only a few years old, but it has seen so much service that it is virtually a write-off. The crew systematically does overtime in order to patrol Europe's sea border. A new boat has been authorised, but until it arrives, the Lesbos Coast Guard has only 2 patrol boats. A suspicious Turkish barge tries to enter Greek territorial waters. The Coast Guards don't want to arrest those on board. They simply want to block the barge's way. This means that Turkey will still be responsible for any illegal immigrants on board.
Be the guardians of the European community. It makes us feel responsible and proud, because now we are guarding the borders of a few 100 million people, the European community, and a few years ago we were guarding the borders of 10 million people, Greece only.
By summer 2003, the Coast Guard here had arrested 15 people smugglers. It's a difficult job because the myriad of small islands provides plenty of places for the smugglers to hide at night. In the harbour of the Turkish fishing village of Ayvalık, close to Lesbos, potential smuggling vessels lie idle. Usually the smugglers use unseaworthy fishing boats, but sometimes they use fast speed boats, which are very popular among smugglers because with sufficient engine power, they can do the crossing in 5 minutes.
I came by ship and just we are coming by ship. We take a ship from the coast of Red Sea, yeah? They said to us it is Italy. We're making to go to Italy. Then we bought a hole here in Greece island.
Greece has to guard 16,000 kilometres of coastline and 3,000 islands, an almost impossible task. Greece has come under criticism for its alleged over-tolerant stance on illegal immigration. Italy, for instance, is calling for the Greeks to toughen up. A few months ago, Minister Umberto Bossi suggested opening fire on boats with illegal immigrants on board, although later on he said it was just a joke and journalists misconstrued what he said. But Carabiners is still angry about it.
Πιστεύω ότι κάνουμε το καλύτερο που μπορούμε.
I think we do what we can under the circumstances. But I must add that under no circumstances do we endanger human lives. Not the lives of the immigrants, nor the smugglers. Rescuing people from drowning is our highest priority. That's why we don't use weapons, as it could put lives at risk. And we wouldn't abandon them if they were in danger.
Ή δεν θα τους εγκαταλείπαμε εάν υπήρχε κίνδυνος να κινδυνεύσουν.
But Greece is far from a soft touch for illegal immigrants. Far away from civilization, hidden between idyllic olive groves, is Camp Kateo, one of the 2 temporary reception centres on Lesbos for illegal immigrants. At the edge is a kind of building site. 112 illegal immigrants are being detained here, squashed together in just a few tents. They have no beds, blankets, toilets or showers. There is just one tap, but the water is undrinkable. There are only 2 guards. Cameras aren't allowed inside the camp, but the refugees have to go to the toilet in the olive groves, and they are allowed to fetch drinking water nearby.
I'm expecting to find a good thing, to find good position, good acting, good anything here in Europe. But I am disappointed. I just like Africa, no different I see here. Okay? Everything back us to our country is good. I didn't have that
Too much people for problem. No sleep, no water, no kullu, nothing. All people خلاص موت. Problem, too much problem. All people sleep here. No water, no eat, no kullu never خلاص bye bye.
We are looking for refugees. We need good position, good situation here to stay here. They put us inside this jungle, this jungle. There are a lot of snake here. Every day we catch a lot of snake here. No good water. I don't want to tell you about the food. It's too bad. We eat too bad food. We have only 2 meals beer a day, okay? 2 meals.
Lesbos is up in arms. This cannot go on, and they can't go on. At this march, policemen, coast guards, ambulance staff and firemen are protesting about the dreadful conditions of the illegal immigrants and of the people who guard them. The banner reads, Association of Lesbos Police Employees, end the lies, enough is enough. That people in such a respectable profession are reduced to demonstration speaks volumes about the frustration felt here. Athens turns a deaf ear to the immigrant problem. Civil servants were forced to pass around a hat in order to buy blankets and other necessities. When Camp Lacarda here in Mytilene was set up, it had all the creature comforts imaginable. The healthcare there was first class. But they forgot to tell us that some of the inmates had TB, leprosy, lice, hepatitis, AIDS, and God knows what kind of other illnesses. We found that out for ourselves by being in daily contact with them. We demand that they stop trying to fool us. Those civil servants screaming for a pay rise who have only ever seen an immigrant on TV. Our force has already participated in 10 discussions on this issue. And what's the outcome? One more rubbish dump of a reception centre.
Και μετά από όλα αυτά και γύρω στις 10 συσκέψεις που τουλάχιστον τα σωματεία μας έχουν συμμετάσχει, ποιο το αποτέλεσμα? Άλλο ένα κέντρο υποδοχής απορριμμάτων.
Illegal immigrants that don't manage to reach the island alive are buried by the church. Father Stavros Saklamarkis has just returned from a course about immigrant care. If the government fails to respond, the church must take action. Saklamarkis claims the biggest problem so far has been that everyone, right up to the government, tries to shirk responsibility.
Το πρόβλημα είναι μεγάλο. Ναι. Το πρόβλημα είναι μεγάλο. Διότι δεν μπορούμε να γνωρίζουμε πόσοι άνθρωποι.
It's a big problem. We don't know how many people are arriving each day. Our community is not geared to this kind of situation. It is not clear who bears responsibility for these people. It is not my task to designate responsibility to one particular person. But our community as a whole is responsible for these people who come here exhausted and desperate and who really need our help.
Που έρχονται κουρασμένοι, ταλαιπωρημένοι, πονεμένοι, να τους βοηθήσουμε.
Back on the 147, the crew suddenly spots a speedboat, which ignores the Coast Guard stop signals. Only when the man realises that he can't shake us off does he admit defeat. He turns out to be just an ordinary Greek who has no ID on him. He's given a hefty fine. The crew have difficulty in maintaining professional courtesy. To them, it feels exactly the same as a fleeing smuggler.
Βλέπουμε ένα προβολέα και ανάβει. Κάνουμε αργά, δεν έρχεται κοντά, ούτε δεν ακούγαμε και δεν ακούγαμε κιόλας.
Na 3 nachten heb ik een aardig beeld van wat er allemaal gebeurt op deze patrouilleboot. Althans bij goed weer en zonder ernstige incidenten. Ik had in ieder geval tijd genoeg voor een aantal persoonlijke gesprekken. En dan blijkt pas goed hoe zwaar dit werk is. Zoals die keer dat ze een kinderlijkje vonden, zonder hoofd. Het is de harde realiteit aan deze grens van Fort Europa. Zelfs voor stoere, gemotiveerde mannen is dat psychisch moeilijk vol te houden. Ze krijgen er nachtmerries van, maar gaan toch telkens weer de zee op.